Another Elton John classic. Great tune. I'm trying to strain to recall if I've ever heard this track, man. I don't have a memory coming back to me, which is unusual. Even when you sometimes have a track that seems somewhat familiar, but you're not nailing down a specific memory. I can't nail down a specific memory about this song. If it's a very, very notable Elton John song, of course I've heard it. I just don't have a memory, which is strange for me. I can usually, some people have a great memory for faces, for names, for different things. I think that I have a great memory for music. Specifically, if I've heard it before, I can think about it for a while, and then an image or a memory will come back to the time I heard it. Sometimes it's so vivid, I know where I was, what I was doing, all of that sort of thing. But then there are some times where it's just an empty whiteboard, and in this case, it's just for me an empty whiteboard. Maybe a few more listens, maybe, I don't know, maybe a read will trigger my memory, but I don't have any memory of this song, man. And it's a great song. So, yeah, there you go. Ballad of a Well-Known Gun is the opening track from Elton John's loose concept album from 1970, Tumbleweed Connection. The song's bluesy account of a weary fugitive coming to grips with his inevitable capture introduces the album's ongoing theme of perspectives from the American Wild West. Yeah, man, I had to have heard this song before. It's probably even been done before in a quad or something. I'm just having one of those blank moments. I had to have heard this song and probably even done a reaction to it at some point. There's no way a great song like this could have just completely escaped me till now. No way. When Elton and Bernie Taupin first met Bob Dylan on a staircase at the Fillmore East shortly after Tumbleweed Connection's release, Dylan made a point to express that he really liked the lyrics to Ballad of a Well-Known Gun. There you go, from the great Bob Dylan himself. Album reception. Tumbleweed Connection peaked at number 2 on the UK Albums Chart and number 5 on the US Billboard 200 chart. In the US, it was certified gold in March of '71 and platinum in August of '98 by the RIAA. In 2012, Tumbleweed Connection was ranked number 458 on Rolling Stone magazine's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time. In '98, a bootleg CD was released called Tumbleweed Collection. This was a collection of piano demos and live tracks. That'd be quite interesting. Interesting listen. Okay, man, and so that concludes Wikipedia Song Fact Info on Elton John and this fantastic assembly of songs. Tammy, you did good, sister. This is an excellent quad. Great Elton John. Absolutely, I need to do a lot more from Elton John. He's one of those classic artists that's always going to be celebrated. 500 years from now, we'll still be talking about what's your favorite Elton John song? What's your top 5 Elton John songs? That sort of thing. And here I go again. I just set it up, didn't I? You see what I did there? What's your favorite Elton John song? What's your top 5? And if you are really well versed in Elton, what's your top 10? Because I know a lot of you are probably saying right now, yo, you can't ask for a top 5 Elton. So what's your favorite song? Or what's your top 5? Or give me your top 10. Because, with Elton, I'm sure that you can go, well, okay, let's just start with his top 50 songs, right? But give me your top 5 and your top 10. We'll go from there. All right, man. Yeah, so that concludes my reaction to this great quad. Again, Tammy, you did yourself with this one. Thank you very much. Um, I'm just scrolling down here, man, checking my notes here before I bounce. It's been a very, very busy weekend for me, so I'm playing catch up. And I was very, very pleasantly pleased and surprised that YouTube took my recent Led Zeppelin reaction. Now, of course, I had to tweak it because originally it included the Charlie Rose interview from CBS in 2012. This was when they were getting their Kennedy Center honors. And I think that it was maybe a few days before the honors, or it could have been a few days after. And yeah, man, I really enjoyed that interview. So if you are seeing this on YouTube, and for some reason you stubbornly only want to stick to YouTube, you're missing out, because I'll tell you this, especially if you're a Led Zeppelin fan and you like my Led Zeppelin reactions, and you refuse to check out my Vimeo or check out my Patreon, you're doing yourself a disservice, because more than half of all of the Led Zeppelin reactions are blocked on YouTube, and you're only going to find it by going to my Vimeo or to my Patreon. I make them public on my Patreon page. So do yourself a favor. Don't just stick to YouTube. Well, if you want to just stick to YouTube, fine, that's your business. But if you want to get more out of my, I would say more than half of all the reactions I've ever done, that's 600, are you can find it on my Vimeo or on my Patreon, the ones that you can't see on YouTube. I get a lot of questions often, oh, I don't see this reaction, that reaction, this. Go to my Vimeo or go to my YouTube. So I'm setting this up. More than likely, Elton John will be blocked on YouTube. So please check it out on Vimeo. If you guys are on YouTube and you see someone saying, hey, yeah, you know, I would like this, please let them know that more than likely I have done the reaction and it's on Vimeo. I have to write it at least 2 or 3 times a day. It's on my Vimeo, it's on my Patreon. So if you can help a brother out that way, that'd be really cool. Yeah, because in the past, YouTube has not been very kind to my Elton John reactions. So that's why I'm saying that. And to my Led Zeppelin reactions. With the last Led Zeppelin reaction, I had to kind of tweak it. I took out the Charlie Rose interview and I took out the original Sonny Boy Williamson track because I wasn't quite sure what was tripping it up. And when I tried to re-upload, surprisingly, it actually caught. So one of those 2 elements there was preventing YouTube from allowing it. So I was very pleasantly surprised that it actually took. So, but there's no way, if this doesn't catch on YouTube, that I'm trading out any kind of songs or scalping anything. There are some things that are just not meant to be messed with, and I'm not messing with this quad. I try to, you know, separate the body from the review portion, and a lot of the times that will work, and sometimes it doesn't, but fingers crossed. Hopefully it'll accept Elton, because Elton John's reactions, YouTube has not been kind to my Elton Johns in the past. So man, I've got quads coming up. Amy Brooks, I believe you're up next, sister. I believe your quad is up next. And then got quads for Charles, Maurice, Jennifer. Lots and lots of quads. I got a couple of album reactions loaded in the chute too. Busy weekend. I still haven't had a chance to get to my Pink Floyd and finish off my Pompeii, 1972 Pompeii. Still haven't finished it. 2 years later. Isn't that sad? But then again, same with like The Song Remains the Same. I'm still not finished that. But I'm 1 reaction away from finishing The Song Remains the Same. I'm 1 reaction away from finishing off Pink Floyd's 72 Pompeii. So yeah, I hoped to have actually knocked that out this weekend, but yeah, it was just too busy. Life was too busy. So I'll try and get to that. It's a priority. I really want to try and get to that in a couple of days' time and have it done before the end of the weekend. I don't want another Led Zeppelin reaction to come upon me and I haven't done my Pink Floyd reaction. So that's my goal, man. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. Even say a prayer for a brother. I don't mind that. Anyway, hey man, Tammy, thank you again. I appreciate it very much. I'm going to miss you, and stay in touch, man. Whenever you see a little light and you have a little time, just hit us up in the section. You can stay current, and I know that you can still see our conversations, and you can still take part. I'm pretty sure that you can still, even as a former patron, you can still hit us up. Let me know if that's not the case, but I believe that is the case. So yeah, man, you take care of yourself. Family comes first. Take care of your health, and we'll always be around. This platform will be around for a while. The patrons will be around for a while. A number of them have actually asked me about you, so yeah, you're definitely in their minds. So you take care of yourself, Tammy, and thank you again for this excellent quad, man. One of my favorite artists in the world, by the way, Elton John. All right, everybody, you guys have yourselves a good one. Take care. Make sure that you wear lots and lots of sunblock this week. It's going to be a very, very hot one all across North America, I'm being told. All right, so be safe, and I'll catch you in another quad. Peace.